mysterious story.
Whether it's having difficulties with your parents, the cops, or the paranormal, all of these YouTube videos seem to have one general thing: they completely didn't take place as planned. Number 10. Unexpectedly, a YouTuber is recording his exploration of an old military facility. The abandoned building is said to since have become a venue for an underground cult to carry out weird and bizarre rituals, about which he wishes to learn more. When he walks through corridors covered in cult warnings and symbols in the light of day, the place becomes even more terrifying. Based on this room and others like it, it appears that the rumors are true. He comes to a halt to investigate a square panel on the floor that corresponds to a hole in the ceiling. It seems to bring a bad vibe to him, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's being followed from this hiding spot. A few minutes later, he's standing in the very center of the construction with little light. That's when he listens to rustling footsteps in the distance. The footsteps suddenly stop, and he soon discovers another hole in the ceiling. It's almost as if someone is employing these above-ground tunnels to keep one step ahead of him. Everything becomes quiet and still once more. For some reason, a distant door catches his eye. What seems to be a massive hooded figure standing on the other side, however, you can't see it very well. It's up to you to make a decision whether this is scripted, paranormal, or a cult. I'm just happy he was close to an exit and get it to be out alive. Number 9. Scariest, a YouTuber, is creating a Ouija board YouTube video that did not take place as planned. It's 3 a.m. when they get in touch with no fewer than 8 spirits. It seems that the Ouija board first spells out the word curse with a K, and then this takes place.
No, it might be. Oh my God!
Within minutes, a chair drags out on its own, and a friend named Brandon appears to be completely controlled by an evil spirit. They discover him sharpening knives on the stairs without saying anything.
What happened? What the? Brandon? Brandon, you okay? Oh, are you okay?
It's difficult to tell whether Brandon is truly controlled by an evil spirit or just acting. However, judging by this video, his weird and twisted reaction is not what they had planned for that night. Number 8. Jelly Spotters is making a YouTube video with a homemade Ouija board. They hardly answer a few questions before one of the candles begins to do something really strange.
WRT. What? You see that candle? Okay.
It appears that the other candles should have been off as well. After a while, it becomes clear that the spirit is answering them with the candle rather than the board.
Do you want to say goodbye? Do you want us to leave? Can we please say goodbye? Yes? Alright, let's go.
Number 7.
Oh my God.
A person dressed as a clown has appeared to have been following this family and now has their home address, even though I'm not sure why he's doing so. I believe this video is not real because the person recording gets up very close to the glass, which could break at any time if he was truly insane. She also tries to reason with him, which appears to be a waste of time when compared to hiding or calling the cops.
Just leave us alone.
I believe the clown could have easily entered if he really would like to. However, if my misgivings are not correct, seeing this would be terrifying. Number 6. What should have been a joyful day at the zoo quickly becomes a monstrous scenario when a child named Timmy finds himself wedged in the folds of an elephant statue by the leg. First, the YouTubers attempt to deal with the situation themselves without any assistance. Soon after, zoo officials discover the uproar and do their best to do a favor.
Move this leg.
It gets stuck even more.
There.
When that falls through, Timmy realizes the situation is deteriorating. Almost 20 minutes into the challenge, a team of rescue workers arrives. Timmy is now in a state of distress, and I pity him. I also don't see any warnings to stay away from the elephant statue, so if something occurs to him, the zoo could be in big trouble. They can lastly pry the trunk open long enough to get rid of the terrified child and save the statue. Timmy now needs to go to the hospital to be checked on, however, as far as I know, his leg will be fine in the long run. I want to know if you believe the zoo should be held liable for the hospital bills according to what you've witnessed. Number 5. If this brown fish tongue appears unusual to you, you are completely correct. Normal fish tongues, last time I examined, should not have dozens of attitudinizing feet on the bottom. What you're seeing is a popular parasite found in fish. It develops inside a fish's mouth in a rather weird manner.
Almost like a beetle, but if you look closely, it has little feet that move around.
First completely eating away the fish's tongue and then safely holding itself in its place. Because it lacks a tongue, the fish must now share its food with the parasite in order to survive. I hope that this astute parasite never discovers a way to adapt to our species. For all we know, it could simply be a matter of time. Number 4. A YouTube channel called Exploring with Adams is attempting to gain access to the Chatham Hospital via the basement. There's just one problem: this hospital is said to be well protected by high-tech security systems and even dogs. I'm uncertain what he wishes to discover inside, however, it's probably not these bright yellow rotting insulation chunks. I really hope that this is a usual condition and not asbestos, a kind of building material commonly used in old hospitals that has been linked to serious health problems. He pops open a ceiling panel and goes down inside the major building after roughly 5 minutes of plotting a route through dark tunnels and dead ends. The hospital's filthy white rooms are almost entirely empty. Even though he accidentally does catch this mysterious message written backwards in jagged red letters at one point, I can't understand what it says. Please tell me if you are able. He's running down the hospital corridors as fast as he can less than 2 minutes later.
Alarm, people! Alarm! Alarm!
Adams doubles back through the basement tunnel system and crawls on the ground. Despite the fact that he gets away, for the time being, I hope that no street cameras catch him. Number 3. Bradinator, a YouTuber, carries out a hazardous social experiment in which he makes as if to be a Russian hitman in public. Even though Bradinator doesn't speak Russian, that doesn't prevent him from walking around in a black suit and sunglasses, speaking on his phone in a fictitious Russian language. Despite the fact that this alone is enough to create strange looks, I believe what most puts the wind-up people is the steel briefcase he carries around and makes a big deal about. Bradinator never says it directly, however, he appears to implicit that something bad, possibly a bomb, could be inside the briefcase. Watch this part and let me know what you would have done if you randomly came across this briefcase laying there.
Excuse me, sir. Watch out for the briefcase. Watch out. Nothing. Don't.
At one point, it appears that he forms enough of a scene for the police to arrive and give him a severe warning. Hear this section and let me know if you believe it is true.
I was just with my friend. We're gonna film a Russian hit my prank.
You come back, I'm gonna take you to jail.
Yeah, okay.
The police officer's voice sounds young, and the radio dispatch sounds like it could be a sound effect. However, they do shortly capture a police car with its lights on, so perhaps they were told to stop by the cops. Number 2. RazakTube, a YouTuber, is ringing people's doorbells and then putting together their Christmas ornaments while dressed in a custom-made suit. Until they arrive at the last house, it's a comparatively funny joke. They come back into their car and attempt to play it off when the owner emerges brandishing a firearm and a flashlight. But it's not long before their cover is blown and the neighbor arrives stomping over them.
Wait, he's right there. He's a gun. Say hello. Is he coming towards us? Yeah. Hello, sir?
You just come to my door, knocking on my door?
Sorry, I can't see anything.
Yeah, you're right, you can't see anything.
At this time, they stop filming the YouTube video and flee the scene. I have little suspicion that this video is genuine, especially given the additional footage his friend was able to capture from the backseat.
Understand me? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Understand me? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
It appears to me that he was discussing whether or not to call the cops on them and, by good luck, decided not to. Number 1. Zishan Sheikh has been playing a trick on people all night with a scream mask until he goes a little too far. He is taking a seat in the middle of the road with his back to the road when he knocks the driver of this vehicle senselessly. I'm not sure whether this is staged or this person had a heart condition and passed away. At this point, I'm even uncertain if he still survives. In any case, this YouTuber prays while cradling the person's body in his arms. What took place next is unknown. The fact that they suddenly stopped recording leads me to believe that this stranger's reaction is genuine. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every day. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of my other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.